Lydia's here. Hey, Lydia. I'm well, thank you. I am doing one card free or one message free, guys. So, and I've got to have to, oh my gosh, it'd be good if I could talk. This Mercury retrograde makes me tongue-tied. Hey, oh my gosh, it's been so long. It's Sapphire. Yes, I remember. So guys, if you would like a message from my new decks, I've got the Shadow Darkness deck, which is quite profound. And I also have a new crystal deck. Hey guys. What else do I have? Oh, this beautiful deck, which is like 100 and something cards that I got off Etsy. Look at the guild on it. It's beautiful. And it's sort of like a Lenormand deck and a Kipper deck as well. Like, I quite like the artwork on it. It's Shadows of the Middle Ages. Oh, don't shuffle like that because it's upside down, half of it. Okay, so let's just see what questions you have for me. Hi, Tay. Is it Paco? Hey, Michelle, nice to see you. All right, so guys, you know how this works. Josh, that's a bit offensive, come on. I'm not really a fan of Sophie Monk. I'm not trying to look like her, okay? So, you know, maybe if I was trying to look like Sophie Monk, I would take Kmart Sophie Monk. But number one, I don't think I look like her. Number two, I don't like her. So you can shove that backhanded compliment up your bum, okay? But I said in the comments, I've got to keep this PG rated, okay? So I'll try and live up to that myself. All right, guys, just be nice. Like, there's absolutely no reason for you to be telling me that this is the devil's work, commenting on my appearance, good or bad. Like, I'm here to do readings for people. I'm here to help people, okay? No, it's not a green screen. Okay, guys. If you don't like those cards, fair enough. You don't need the new ones that I got from Etsy. I'm kind of still playing around with those ones. I'm actually from Australia. Okay, so we've got an abomination. You guys, you don't actually need to come by my channel if you're not into this kind of stuff. Like, there's absolutely no reason for you to come on here. So I'm just going to remove people who want to just throw stupid comments around. Okay, so if Lydia's still here, Lydia was the first person to ask for a message. So I'm going to get a message from my deck here that I've made. All right. Okay. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Lydia need to see? What is the guidance for Lydia, please, Spirit? All right, so Lydia, you've got the need to leave your comfort zone. To leave the familiar life that we're accustomed to and waltz into something new is like a salmon swimming upstream. It takes effort, but you must commit yourself to living by the truth that your thoughts have consequences so great that they create your reality. Don't settle for your present reality, create a new one. Okay, so now is not the time for same old, same old. Hey, Ruben. Hey, Kelsey. Okay, we're removing Kelsey because there's no reason why Kelsey should be in here. Maybe she needs to join like a Christian Bible study YouTube channel. Yes, I do readings with all sorts of cards. I make my own. I use tarot. I'm learning Lenormand. It's not really my thing, but okay, let's see. I can't possibly remove everyone that I would like to remove because these comments go so quickly. I need a moderator, but that's okay. Ella, I actually taught myself the tarot. It did take me quite a while, but if you're passionate about it, if you really want to learn, you know, do a couple of cards for yourself each day, practice on friends and family, and then like the penny will just drop one day and you'll just know every single meaning of the 78 cards. And the reversals will take time to learn as well. Thank you for your offer to be mediator. Yeah, look, I'm just going to let the mean comments, you know, it's like water off a duck's back. And you know what? To be fair, the more comments I get on here, the better for my channel. So, but honestly, some people need to get a life. So I'm just going to continue doing me and yeah, just ignore the idiots, okay? Hi, Angela. Okay. All right, I don't know. I'm going to have to probably talk to you offline about... Oh, add as moderator. Thank you so much. Thank you. I just did it. All right, guys. Now is the time to ask me questions. I will pick people randomly for messages that I'm guided to, okay? Slim Jim can go and get a life. Bye. Bye. All right, so, okay. All right, if you have a question, ask me a question. If you want to know about your love life, career, throw me your questions. Someone just said, why am I seeing 4s? You know, there's so many reasons why we see angel numbers. It's going to be individual. So it's like I could sit here and tell you a million things why you're seeing 4s all the time, but it helps if you know a little bit about numerology. 4s are about structure and foundation. And when you think about it, 4 of Wands in the tarot is about, like, that's one of the meanings of the card. So maybe you need to think about the structures in your life. Are they helping you? Are they hindering you? The 4 of Wands can also be a card about moving. So moving home. I don't know if you're considering doing that. But sometimes Spirit likes to send angel numbers because they're letting you know that they're here, they're around you, and those numbers could have been significant to someone who's passed over. Okay, so I was seeing 111, 111 all the time, and to the point where I was like freaking out, and then I realized it was my friend who had passed away suddenly. She was letting me know she was around me. Her funeral was on the 11th of the 1st, 111, okay? So, there you go. Okay. All right, guys. Bianca says, can you give me a card regarding my love life? Yep, let's start with Bianca. All right, we're going to do this deck here. This is a deck that I created about love. So let's see what Spirit has for Bianca. All right. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Bianca need to see regarding love? What does Bianca need to see? I'm seeing 4 and 8 for you, Bianca. So I don't know if either of those numbers are important. Could be birthday. Angels and Spirit, please show me. There's 8 again. You've got assistance is coming your way. So if you have felt like everything is going against you in your love life, you're about to be helped, okay? Now this could be a friend introduces you to someone. It just could be the universe helping you. You've got a card that says you may have closed your heart to protect yourself. So you need to open your heart again, because love can't get in or get out as long as you're holding on to grievances, expectations, or demands. Okay? So I feel like you're kind of getting in your own way a bit when it comes to love. I'm just going to pull one more message for you using a different deck. Because I'm so generous, you know, I only really do like a quick message for people, and then I prioritize those that really need a reading, and it's the $15 reading, but you know, we'll see what Spirit has for you. They're saying give someone a chance. There's that message about the need to open your heart again. What does Bianca need to see? Yeah, see? You seem a little bit unapproachable. They're saying you're a little bit cold or aloof. Try being more friendly, okay? Let's see. XOXO, do you have a question? All right, let's see, Michelle, you have a question about whether you'll be closing the distance. Let's see what the tarot says. Show me what's in the near future for Michelle and her boyfriend. What's in the near future for Michelle and her boyfriend, please, Spirit? Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. That could be that you are unable to move because of your work. Like the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse would say you need to change some structures in your life in order to make this happen. I feel like maybe you're the one that needs to move, but at the moment you're not in a position to. Queen of Pentacles in the upright would be you can live wherever you want because maybe you work remotely and it's not going to be a huge undertaking where you have to start all over again. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse would suggest certain changes need to take place before the two of you can come together. But I do see on the long term, 10 of Pentacles, you'll make it work. Like this relationship has longevity, okay? Thank you, Silly Pants. You're the best. I'm going to reward you with a really good reading, okay? Okay. Let's see. You're welcome, Michelle. Did XOXO post a question? Can you help me understand if this guy likes me? Okay, Ella, we'll have a look what their feelings are towards you. But if nothing has happened and it's been almost a year, I would probably be moving on. But let's have a look. Angels and Spirit, please show me how does this person feel towards Ella? How does this person feel towards Ella, please? Page of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, I feel like his attention is elsewhere. So maybe he's not even looking for someone in a romantic sense. Maybe he's focused on, maybe he's really sporty. He's focused on playing sport. He's focused on building his own career. But the Page of Wands in the reverse would suggest that there's a lack of a spark. So I would definitely be moving on and not waiting around hoping something may happen in that situation, okay? Hi, David. Hi, Chameleon Guy. XOXO says, what was the reason I was seeing a lot of 4s the day before yesterday? So I already answered that question. I don't know if you missed it. You might have to catch the replay. Awesome. I'm glad it resonated with you, Ella. Thank you. All right, let's see. Piyu, is that how I communicate again? All right, let's have a look. We're going to use this deck. I feel like yes, but because I saw the devil, I feel like it's a toxic situation. King of Pentacles, King of Wands. I feel like there's two men in your energy. I'm from Australia, by the way. Hi, is it August from Germany? Sorry, I'm really bad with pronunciations. I'm going to Austria next year. I'm so excited. Okay. The Tower in the reverse. I do feel like you'll hear from Tony again. You're currently in separation, Two of Cups. Tell me, what is the Devil? What's the Devil? Six of Cups, yeah. You will hear from Tony again. Six of Cups is a nostalgic card. Let's see. Hi, Anna. Three of Wands, that's you waiting to hear from this person. Three of Cups in the reverse. It could have been that someone interfered in that connection with Tony, okay? Dundee in the house. Yep, I am an Aussie. So let's do Anna. Matthew's from Australia too. Awesome. Am I on the right path with career and not dating? Did my music stop? Let me just... Sorry, bear with me one moment. I'm going to use this deck first, Anna. I don't see why you can't do both, right? Like, I understand that some careers can be really demanding and you kind of want to just focus on one thing and exclude all other things. But I feel like we should strive for balance in life, right? So I don't see why you can't date and have a successful career. Okay. Yeah, they're wanting you to focus on your passions. Now, that does not necessarily mean you can't date, but if dating was causing you to feel drained and depleted, then yeah, give yourself a break from dating for a while. Because this card says, when life seems to be drained of all purpose, it's time to create a new season to inspire. Access your divine gift of imagination and use it to attract new opportunities. Change will bring great satisfaction for you. But yeah, sometimes we need a bit of a reset. You know, if our love life is kind of not going in the direction that we want it to, stepping outside of dating just for a little while and getting our mojo back and focusing our energy on other things can be really beneficial. If that's what you are doing it for, then I support that. But yeah, like I go on a hiatus often because I'm so frustrated with the dating scene at the moment generally, like how people treat each other. The dating apps have just created a lot of issues, you know, and we won't go into them because I talk about them all the time and I don't want to sound like a broken record. But yeah, they're saying focus on your strengths, your passions, get to know who you really are. Maybe you need to go on a journey of self-rediscovery. Because once you know who you really are, you can begin to discover your purpose. Purpose is closely related to awareness of our destiny. Our purpose reveals our soul's intention, its mission. Because remember, we're here to enjoy, learn, grow, heal, and experience. So yeah, they're saying find what brings you joy and start living it, and then you'll have fulfilled your purpose. If dating was kind of just creating more anxiety than anything else, then yeah, just take a break, as I was saying, because you've got a card that says it's time to shed anxiety because you've outgrown it. Everyone experiences times of feeling weak, vulnerable, angry, or frustrated, but remember, you can transmute undesirable energy. Healing is happening. So, if you're feeling like you've had a bit of a knock to your confidence, if you're feeling deflated, if you're feeling like you're unlovable because, you know, your dating life has been a little bit of a drag recently, transmute those undesirable feelings like frustration and a lack of confidence into something constructive. Like, just choose some creative projects and focus on them for a while, okay? And then you'll be less tempted to maybe repeat old patterns in your love life that weren't working for you. I hope that was helpful. Kunal, it's okay, it's all right. Some people are just funny, like, you know, about getting married and stuff. It's okay. It's the, you know, X-rated comments that we need to remove. All right, Sandra, is Sandra still here? Sandra wants to know if I'll be loved again. My ex was toxic on me. Sandra, just comment and tell me you're still here, okay? Bye, John. Go and find another channel. Bye. All right, Sandra, let's have a look at the Singles and Relationship Oracle. All right, let's see what your message is. Angels and Spirit, please show me what does Sandra need to see regarding love. What does Sandra need to see regarding love, please, Spirit? Thank you so much, Silly Pants, for your hard moderation work. All right, Spirit wants you, Sandra, to get clear about what it is that you want. They're saying you need clarity before you get involved with anyone else, okay? So what did you learn from that toxic situation? Did you learn that you need someone who allows you to be more independent rather than someone who's monitoring your every move and someone who's possessive and jealous, okay? Sometimes women like that possessiveness because they confuse possessiveness with, oh, he must really love me. He's so concerned about what I'm doing in every moment of every day. He's obsessed with me. He must love me. No, he's treating you like an item or a possession, okay? And that's not love. So I want you to really take the lessons from your past experience. What did that relationship teach you? Okay, so how can you go about your next relationship differently? What qualities do you really want in a partner that would be conducive to a happy relationship? Maybe in your last relationship, you put his needs above your own, okay? You've got self-neglect here. So maybe next time around, you're going to need to, don't forget yourself. Don't be putting your partner's needs above your own, okay? Practice self-care. And in doing that, you teach the other person how to love you properly, how to respect you, because your feelings matter, okay? So that's something that they want you to work on. And I'm going to pull a card from this deck for you, Sandra. Thank you, Tom Dennis. I'm just reading your comment. You think I look like Margot. Thank you. I do appreciate the comparisons with Margot Robbie. Not so much Sophie Monk, which I got earlier. I think it was Kevin that said that, and he apologized, so it's okay. Is it Kevin? It's probably gone. Anyway, Angels and Spirit, please show me what does Sandra need to see. What does Sandra need to see? Okay. Okay, I feel like you learned a lot in your previous situation regarding resolving conflict. Maybe your past person blamed every issue on you. Maybe they walked away and didn't allow for resolution to take place. So what they're saying is next time around, make sure you choose someone who can communicate with you properly, is willing to sit down and have an adult heart-to-heart conversation so that you can resolve inevitable problems that will arise within the relationship. But in the meantime, they're saying use your pain to make something exquisite. Don't be moping around, you know, getting caught up in the drama of disappointment and trauma, okay? Because sometimes we get attached to our own trauma. It's just the way our brain is wired. So we need to actively get out of old programs and get out of like victim mentality and just decide that the next time around we're going to do things differently. We're not going to tolerate the things that we tolerated before, okay? They're saying stop stewing in anger, because when you become so angry with an experience or a person, there's something going on with you that has nothing to do with the other person, and it has nothing to do with the experience. It's got everything to do with you being too attached to things that happened and why you were treated unfairly. You know, you need to close the door on that, okay? So I hope that that was helpful. All right, now who do we have? Just catching up to, thank you, Harry. I am Australian, yes. Hey, Victoria. All right, so Mark is here. Thank you, Mark. I did watch some of your reading before I went live, and I will be going back to it, okay? Friendly fire. I don't know if friendly fire, you're a Scorpio, because I feel like Scorpios could be going through that at the moment. We're feeling a little bit, what's the word? Jaded. Maybe you've been single for a long time, and every time that you think that you've met someone that could have potential, they let you down. I'm going to pull you a card from this deck here. I feel like you need to restore your faith. And I tell people, when your faith is at a low point, be of service to other people. I'll tell you why. When you're not thinking about how the world owes you because you've been through so much crap, you know, when you're not thinking about how you deserve this and that entitlement mentality, you know, when you give of yourself, you will start to see people matching that energy. You'll start to meet people who want to give back to you, because like attracts like, and you'll also see people who appreciate your generosity and your being of service to them. I'm not saying you have to go and start volunteering at the local old people's home or at the local hospital. No, just think of a way you can give back. It can just be dedicating your time to something that you're passionate about. It can just be doing a nice thing, helping a neighbor when they need help, like just being of service, being a nice person. You'll start to see your circumstances shift, okay? So this is for friendly fire. What does friendly fire need to know? Yeah, I can see that you may have kind of given up on love. But I feel like it's a coping mechanism. You're procrastinating. So rather than actually putting yourself out there, meeting new people and allowing people to get to know you, you just choose to stay at home, hibernate, and it's become a bit of a habit, okay? This card says, don't make someone wait around too long. They may give up on you. You can't experience true intimacy unless you open your heart and be yourself. Okay, so you really need to open up again. And you know what? You say that you don't have the energy. I feel like you drained yourself in the past because rather than accept someone, flaws and all, you tried to mold them into something that was convenient for you. You tried to change them, fix them in some way. That's what was exhausting for you. trying to change someone never works. Accept them as they are or move on. So I feel like maybe you need to think about that. Oh, you guys are funny. Okay. Hi, Sadiqa. Oh, I think I don't need the cards to tell me this. If your husband thought that his ex-wife was more beautiful than you, he would be with her and not you. So don't waste your time and energy thinking that he's still attached to his ex, okay? Because I feel like that can be quite a repellent energy. You know, if you need constant reassurance and validation, that can be exhausting. You know, you need to hold yourself in such a way that you know your husband loves you, you know your husband thinks you're beautiful, and even if he didn't, you know you're beautiful, and that's all that matters, okay? So I think you need to work on validating yourself. Okay, so hey Mike from Michigan. Thank you guys for your super chat. Oh, you're welcome, Friendly Fire. Let me know if you have another question. Oh my gosh, you like the orange nails? They're doing my head in because where I got them done at wasn't very good and they all chipped within a couple of days, so I'm a bit mad about it. Okay. Pixel, I'll get to you. Okay. Oh, Guatemala. Wow, I don't think I've ever read for anyone from Guatemala. Okay. David, I'm just going to quickly see what the advice is. Oh, you are actually moving back. Okay, so what is it going to be like? You know what? I'm gonna get a message from this deck here. David. David. Show me, what does David need to see, please? What is the advice for David? This is an interesting message. You've got, if you tell yourself something long enough, you'll believe it. If you fail to take the time to question why you do what you do, then you can become convinced that you can't do anything else. So I don't know if this is saying there's another solution that, and you maybe need to negotiate a little bit more with your girlfriend. I don't know, but the next card says, when something is destined to enter your life, it must happen. Visualize a new cycle, new people, new opportunities, and you'll be guided and led, supported and protected, okay? So I hope that that was helpful. All right, so I was going to do someone, but I can't see their comment. Okay. Where are you? I was going to pick someone. Pixel Brain. Should I make a move on the person I'm interested in, or should I wait longer? I say make a move. Let's see what the tarot says though. We're going to use this deck. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what is the advice for Pixel Brain regarding making a move on this person? Angels and Spirit, please show me, what is the guidance? Ooh, 10 of Cups. It says, a contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met, trustworthy relationships. But I feel like the 10 of Cups could be talking about this connection's potential, which is happily ever after, right? 10 of Cups. Angels and Spirit, please show me. 4 of Pentacles. This is you holding back. This is you not making a move. It's about being too cautious. Show me, what is Pixel. Is it because you think this person could be involved with someone else? Like the 10 of Cups could be that this person's already married or in a relationship that feels like a marriage. reading, please? 10 of Pentacles. Wow, okay. I feel like the only reason why you should wait is if you yourself are in a position where you're not really settled. Like maybe you're in between jobs or you're in between moving. Wait till that transition is completed. 4 of Wands in the reverse. So wait till you're in a more stable situation. That's the only reason why I would hesitate, okay? I hope that makes sense. I'm not sure why I would be hungry. Someone just asked me if I'm hungry. And if I think that what they're talking about, thank you for removing that comment. Oh, Ilara, I don't know how to say your name. I'm glad you're enjoying this. Okay. Do you know what? User 4545. Will the smear campaign against me ever end, or will I have to move away? I think smear campaigns die, and they die quicker the less you care about what other people are saying about you. That's coming from someone that has been the victim of one, okay? I was engaged to a narcissist. Of course, I was the victim of, the typical narcissistic abuse, the discard and the smear campaign. Once you've broken up, they use their, what do you call them? What are the monkeys called? The friends that they enlist to kind of spread the smear campaign. Anyway, I'm not across all the narcissistic terminology because it's been a while since this happened. But you know what? I thought the people that believe him over me, I don't care what they think anyway. They're not my friends. And people, like I've got a really decent character, people who really know me know that I'm a good person, I'm kind, I'm generous, I'm honest. So there's absolutely no reason why anyone would believe the hogwash that he would peddle anyway. So my advice to you would be just do you and don't care about anyone else. But let me just see. I'm going to use this new deck, User 4545, about this smear campaign. And if I can see what you should do. Okay. Angels and Spirit, please show me what this person do regarding the smear campaign. Poppy. This is interesting. Okay, let me just see what the Poppy card says. I feel like this is saying you'll be in a relationship soon and your reputation will go back to how it was. Does that make sense? They're saying just take some time out, take some time to rest. Stay strong, fight against your destructive tendencies. Okay. It's talking about taking a break, finding inner calm. So rather than moving away, I think the advice is to just keep a low profile for now. Okay? That's what I'm getting. Hope that makes sense. All right, so someone just paid for a reading. Hey, Pastor Peter. Hi, Patrick. Let me just see who just paid for a reading, and then I will get onto that one. Oh, we got Lydia. Lydia, do you have a question for me? So I did Lydia at the beginning with a free reading, and now she's back. Hi, Tanya from India. Harrison. Let's see. I'm wondering if I will find love, new or past. Sandra, if you want to just hang out for a minute, I've got to do Lydia, who's paid for a reading. I decided next year I'll look for something more permanent in work. Okay. Do you want to know what's coming up or when you can expect a job. Hi T Kent. Okay. Hey Jupe, how you going? Okay. Let me just go back to Lydia. So Lydia, can you please let me know who will happen, what will happen with work in the next few months? Okay, let me have a look. We're gonna use the timing cards and also the angels of abundance, okay? So let's see. Angels and Spirit, please show me what's coming up for Lydia in terms of work. What's coming up for Lydia in terms of work, please? I want you to pay attention to dreams, and that includes daydreams, because sometimes when we're doing something menial like washing up or making our bed, some really amazing ideas can pop into our heads, and it's like a divinely guided idea. So Spirit is trying to communicate with you through dreams to help you with your next move in terms of your career. So this card says, as you sleep, your angels and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to pay attention to your dreams because they contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality, okay? And this card was trying to get my attention. Now, it's consider applying for roles at not-for-profits, okay? You've got organized for success. You need to do things like update your resume, contact recruiters. If you're serious about finding an opportunity, there are clear steps that you can take now to ensure that that happens. And I feel like a recruitment agency would be helpful. It's asking you to organize your thoughts, your reports, your living and work spaces, and your finances to help you know and plan your next action steps. Let's have a look at another oracle deck, and then we're gonna get timing, okay? All right. They're showing me the Star card, and I feel like it could be a reference to Aquarius season, which is late January heading into February. That would make sense. I mean, it's hard to get a new job, you know, so close to Christmas. Yeah, you got magic. It says, use your magic to attract what you want into your life. The sky is the limit. They're asking you to take a step-by-step approach. There's no hurry. You're being divinely guided. And yes, your current job, your current situation is a means to an end. But you are making the uncertain voyage to a new world. Enjoy the discoveries as you go. There could be drama at your current workplace, I'm not sure, but they're saying beware of troublemakers. The job you want may have too much upheaval to bear. Keep emotions and gossip in check. Okay, now we are in Mercury retrograde, so it's a time that's rife with misunderstandings. So you may want to kind of just avoid any gossip, especially around now in the workplace. Don't contribute to any drama. They're wanting you to go for something that you're really passionate about. And you do have new life, a fresh start in your cards, okay? So let's see what timing has for you. Where's my timing deck? Just had it, like, I did a timing reading last night. Here. When can Lydia expect? Yeah, you've got the power to create the timing by taking action. So this is not a time to sit back and hope that a new opportunity comes your way. This is a time to, as I said, make sure your resume is updated, contact a recruitment agency. You've got to have faith. Divine timing is at play, and something is taking place around the next new moon, which I believe is the 20th of November. I could be wrong. Let me just... Yeah, it is the 20th of November, okay? So this could be you finding out about an opportunity via a recruitancy around the 20th. Let's see what else. Just signing back into PayPal. Show me any more timing for Lydia. Next couple of weeks. Yeah. Now, isn't it interesting that we're in a 9-year, 2025 is a 9-year, and we're moving into a 1-year, numerologically speaking, so fresh starts, and then you've got the energy of the 13 here, so which is the death card. You've got major changes coming. So this is encouraging, this is looking good. Okay, hope that was helpful. Okay. Signing back into paper, I know, annoying. Okay. Let me see who's wanting a card. I'm just going to pick people at random. Jason, I dated the love of my life for 7 years. We've been broken up. Oh, okay, let me have a look. JG, let's see if there's any potential for this to come back. We're going to ask the tarot. Show me this person, if they're willing. What are their intentions in terms of reconciling? Knight of Wands in reverse. I feel like this person would be really hesitant because I don't know if you were a little bit, what's the word, hard to pin down. Like the Knight of Wands is more out than they are in. So I feel like if you were to make a move or let this person know that you have feelings for them, they wouldn't rush into anything, okay? They would want to think about it before, diving into a relationship. But look, the door is still ajar. We have the World in the reverse. This person hasn't fully closed the door on you, but I feel like they would need to be absolutely sure that you weren't going to, pull them into another cycle. So like, they don't want it to go around and around again. The Moon. So a lot of things are hidden. I feel like the two of you dream of each other. Show me this person and what they hope may happen with JG. I think they're amenable to a new start, okay? Yes, the Fool card can be taking on a new journey and leaving the past behind, but I feel like this is card 0. If the two of you can find it within each other to have a fresh, clean slate, like just let go of everything that happened in the past, and not carry it around like emotional baggage, because you see how he's only got like a tiny little rucksack with him, okay? And see the little dog is here. That represents companionship and loyalty. If you can show that you would be absolutely loyal to this person next time around, I feel like they would be open to starting again, okay? So now okay. Okay. Magdalena, I'm going to do a message for Magdalena. All right. I'm going to get a general message. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Magdalena need to see? What does Magdalena need to see? There's a sense of divine justice around you, Magdalena. So, Spirit wants you to know that it is always on the side of the good. So if there's a situation that's where you've been wronged, and it's going to be righted, okay? Because the universe is always on the side of the good, and spirit will always reveal what needs to be revealed. There's this sense that the truth will prevail. I feel like you're getting really tired lately. They're wanting you to find a creative pursuit, to get excited about life again. You know, maybe you've been in survival mode for a long time. And it's time to get out of that by being more playful, wearing more red, the color of life, passion and vibrancy, okay? So I hope that that message was helpful. All right, Erica. Oh, Matt from Antarctica, amazing. I don't think I've ever read for anyone from Antarctica. All right, so Erica wants a general card. Angels of Spirit, please show me, what does Erica need to see? Oh, I'm getting really hot, Erica. So it's like I'm getting a hot flush. So I don't know if you have a condition that affects your body temperature. I'm not sure. Erica, what does Erica need to see, please? Maybe there's inflammation that I'm picking up. I'm just feeling really hot. What does Erica need to know, please, Spirit? Okay. I feel like you're going through a major transition. They're wanting you to rise above difficult circumstances that you may have just endured. Remember that nothing rightfully yours will be denied to you. So even if you've gone through a difficult period, they're wanting you to start telling a heroic tale of overcoming everything that's caused you pain, and decide consciously that your past will not determine your story. Use your spiritual power to free yourself from a negative situation. And make friends with change, because change is never painful. Only the resistance to change is painful. So I feel like you're kind of grieving the loss of maybe the end of a chapter in your life. But Spirit is saying, don't be sad, because a new chapter has started. Embrace it, okay? And allow for a new way to emerge. You might be a little bit lost at the moment. They're saying it's time to rest in the void and allow Spirit to show you a new way. It's not wise to try to build a foundation on shifting ground. So be patient and trust that you will know when it's time to act. Okay? Okay. All right, dream scene. I'm drawn to you. You're welcome, Magdalena. Okay, dream scene, a general card. All right. What does dream scene need to see? What does dream scene need to see? I feel like dream scene, you want to risk and pursue love, but I feel like you're worried that it won't work, or what if I'm not successful, or what if I can't pay my bills? There's something here, you needing to trust that the abundant universe will always provide. Do what you love, and it will lead you where you need to go, and Spirit will always show the way, and within you is the wisdom to find it. So I feel like it's time to take a leap of faith in this direction, and don't worry about how it's all going to work. Only think about what you intend to manifest, and then allow for what you want to take place. Okay, hope that that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to do a mediumship reading for Naima. You're welcome, David. All right, so Naima wants to do a message from Spirit regarding my only brother and sibling I lost. Okay. I'm going to use a different deck. All right, let's see what your brother wants to bring through. This is a new deck. This is going to be proof that I'm tapping into your brother, okay? Show me, please, what does Naima's brother want to bring through? He's wanting to talk about something about a superstition. I don't know if your brother was superstitious or he thought that you were superstitious. And it's come out next to a card about getting a really good deal. So maybe it's a superstition that you hold about money. There's a recurring dream. I feel like your brother visits you in dreams. Now, there's a reference to a pet. I don't know if your brother wants to let you know that he's with your pet on the other side. I'm getting music. I don't know, a musical act. I don't know if your brother enjoyed music. Maybe you both went to see musicals. I'm going to get a message from one more deck for you, Naima. Let's hope that I can tap into your brother, because there's a lot of people in here. There's 155 people. Just bear with me one moment. This deck is the one I'm looking for. What does Naima need to see from her brother? All right, here we go. I have not really left you, even though it may seem so. I'm closer to you than you know, okay? He wants you to know that he's always around. Let me just see if you have commented. Yes, he's come to you in dreams. Okay. He made music. There you go. So I was tapping in, and he is around you. So let me just see if I can get any more. He's saying we're destined to meet again, and I'll be with you in spirit. I'm aware that you miss my voice and physical presence, but my soul and spirit are very much alive. So there you go. I hope that that was helpful. Okay, Shalimar. Let's see. I know, it's like I have big eyes, but you know, for years no one could see them because my eyelashes were like huge caterpillars covering my eyes. It's funny, isn't it? Now I just missed the person. Where's the comment? I was going to Shalimar. Dealing with so many major life changes. All right, let's see. What does Shalimar need to see? Shalimar need to see. Okay. All right, so there could be a lot of curveballs at the moment, but I feel like it's part of the universe's plan to put you where you need to be, because sometimes we think we know better than the universe. Sometimes we go along in this direction, even though it doesn't really feel good, even though there's a few dead ends. We think, no, I've committed to this direction. I'm going to continue down this direction, even though everything's falling apart. It's because we ignore signs. It's because we're so programmed and we stick to what we know, even if it doesn't feel good. So it's like the universe is actually doing you a favor. It's saying when things don't go as expected or when things don't go as planned, trust the reroute. Okay? I'm going to get one more card for you. Like, think, eat, pray, love, right? eat, pray, love. She was going along life in this direction, and then it's like one day she just woke up and she was like, I don't think I love my husband. I think I'm going to take a year sabbatical. I'm going to travel 3 countries. I'm going to rediscover myself and why I'm here. You know, she went through a bit of an existential crisis. But Spirit is saying, okay, so things have come to an end that maybe you really were hoping would not come to an end. But they're saying any pain that you're experiencing now is so much less than what would have taken root if certain circumstances were allowed to continue. They're saying there's a piece of the puzzle that will reveal itself soon. So they're saying soon it will become clear why this had to happen. What you're seeing is not the final verdict. So let this chaos take place and clear the way like a storm clearing the way for new beginnings, okay? I hope that was helpful. Now, Mike loves the accent. All right, I'm sure there were people that I promised a reading and then I got sidetracked. Okay, I'm going to do Harrison. Is Harrison still there? My wife is worried about getting a job when she moves out here. Okay. I just want to say trust the plan, but let's have a look at when your wife can expect to find work in Colorado. All right, angels and spirit, please show me when can Harrison's wife expect to find work when she moves to Colorado. There's no need to rush. We've got slow down, take your time. So it's better to kind of find a job that is going to suit her than like rush into something and hate the job, right? I am seeing indecision causing your wife delays when it comes to work in Colorado. So I'm getting indecision, but there's no need to rush, but there's a need to not procrastinate as well. Okay, I'm getting the month of July as being significant. And we've got next couple of months. I don't know if she's moving in the next couple of months. Yeah, July, August is important. And there's the month of April. So I don't know if April is important, like I feel like she could actually have more than one job in Colorado. Maybe one won't work out as she was hoping, but she'll find something else. Does that make sense? Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, all right. Yep, makes sense. All right, let me just find... All right, there's so many people here, it's hard to choose. Oh, all right. I'm going to do a mediumship reading for Karen, okay? We're going to use this new deck that I got today. Just bear with me, Karen. All right, let's see what your husband wants to bring through. All right, here we go. Oh, someone just donated. Who was that? Oh, Erica, thank you. Erica, let me know what your question is. Thank you, Ryan. All right, so Karen, are you still here? Let me know, Karen. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Karen's husband have to say? I don't know if Karen's still here. Oh, Karen's still here. Okay, awesome. All right, Karen. Okay. Is your favorite thing in your home the oldest thing that you own? Was there something that your husband didn't love in your home but you refused to get rid of it because you were so emotionally attached? He's talking about a trend that you once tried. Was it a social media trend that you made him get involved in? And he's talking about a favorite snack that came out before and I put it back in. I'm also getting an embarrassing moment. He wants to draw your attention to an embarrassing moment and a memorable costume that you wore. And there's something that you won, like an achievement that you're really proud of. Does this make sense? I know I can't control the random messages that come out when I do mediumship, okay? I'm just gonna... Yes. All right, so Karen, you had... Karen, I'm just trying to find your question for me. Oh, no, it's Erica, sorry. Oh, I already answered you. Oh, thank you so much. But you donated. Let me know if you have another question, Erica. Iced tea. I will do iced tea. Let me know what your question is. All right, Erica, I hope that I answered everything. Karen, let me know if that resonates with you. Isaac's here. Thank you. I know you sent me an email. You know how bad I am at replying. All right. But now that I see you here, I will revisit that email and I will get back to you. I'm so sorry. I had, when you emailed me, I was stepping up into my boss's job and my boss's job makes my brain want to explode. So, Magdalena. I think I already read for you, Magdalena, didn't I? Iced tea. Okay, so my boyfriend and I are on a break. Okay. All right, let's have a look at what message I can get for you. And Isaac is next, and there's someone else who just paid. Maybe Silly Pants, you'll tell me if I've missed anyone, won't you? Okay. Iced tea, let's have a look. I don't know why my dog is barking, but it's highly annoying. Angels and Spirit, please show me what does iced tea need to say. I'm going to close this door. Okay, I don't know if you were a little bit needy. Because you've got a card that says if we're always trying to grab our partner, we never find our partner moving towards us. So maybe you kind of just need to give him a little bit more space and freedom. Let me see, what does iced tea need to know? I feel like maybe you've got some abandonment trauma that has very little to do with your person and more to do with, I don't know, like what happened to you when you were a child, or in previous relationships. So you have to heal that abandonment trauma, because it will lead you to sabotage relationships as a way to affirm your fears. You know, fears that, oh, they're going to leave me anyway, or the relationship is doomed. You will kind of look for evidence that they're going to leave you because you've got abandonment trauma that needs healing, okay? There's definitely stuff from your past that you need to heal, because the next card says, if your mind is flooded with memories and thoughts of a pain-filled past or a not-so-promising future, change your mind. Why do you think that relationships are doomed to end? Why do you think that you're not lovable and that your partner will find a way to leave you? Like, these are things that you really need to work through. And maybe you also need to find an outlet that will help you express your feelings, that will help you express yourself, help you get rid of all the stuck feelings from your past, because you've got a card that says use your pain to make something exquisite. Maybe you want to learn a new skill, and then you won't be so focused on what your partner's doing or not doing. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Now, I was going to do Isaac. Let me just you're welcome, Naima. You're welcome. All right, so let me just Isaac, could you repeat your question for me? Because I'm just trying to, there it is. I'm butting heads with my higher-ups at work. Should I stay or leave? Great question. All right, let's have a look. We're going to ask the tarot, and then we're going to do like oracle messages, okay? All right, Isaac, let's see. Oh, Alicia, I'm sorry, I do have your payment. I'll be doing you next. Thank you so much, okay? All right, angels and spirit, please show me Isaac. What does Isaac need to know regarding work? What is the best course of action? What's the best course of action? Queen of Wands in the reverse. I feel like this is the need to have a quiet confidence, okay? So you might not agree with your higher-ups. You might be more qualified than your higher-ups. Don't let them ruffle your feathers. I feel like you need to kind of diffuse the situation, regardless of whether you choose to stay or leave. The Queen of Wands in the reverse can be a little bit, I'm getting impetuous. When she's in the upright, she's very confident, she's very outspoken and assertive. But when it's in the reverse, as an advice, I feel like you kind of need to just diffuse the situation. You might feel like your higher-ups underestimate you. Let them make the wrong decisions. Let them dig their own grave, okay? You just do a good job in the way that you know how to do a good job, and let them, what's that saying? Not dig their own grave, but like, you know what I'm saying. Angels and spirit, please show me what is the guidance for Isaac. I feel like you need to take a breather, like let the dust settle. 9 of Swords in the reverse is don't let things keep you up at night. And don't let their criticisms of you affect you too much, because I can see with the Queen of Wands in the reverse, your confidence may have wavered a little bit. No one's dying at this job, right? So don't let people Don't take on other people's stress. Don't let them project onto you. 9 of Swords in the reverse. Don't lose sleep over work, right? You've got the 3 of Pentacles. This is good. I feel like you're moving into a better time. I'd say you're highly affected by Mercury retrograde energies right now. We know Mercury retrograde causes disruption and delays, but it's also known for misunderstandings and conflict. Okay, but the 3 of Pentacles is saying, try and be cooperative, like, you know, because the 3 of Pentacles is a card about teamwork, the fact that you have shared goals. So focus on your goals that you share with people, what, you know, your commonalities rather than your differences. But this card is saying you will receive more recognition for your high quality work. I feel like there could be opportunities outside your current job that will offer you more respect. And I feel like that's the main crux of the issue. You're having issues with your bosses or your higher ups because you're not getting the respect that you deserve. I feel like in the immediate term, try to diffuse the situation while you look around for something better. Now, I'm going to use the Oracle cards to see what your advice is. Yeah, saving face. This is about diffusing the situation, grinning and bearing it to maintain respect. There's that word again, respect, and to keep your job. Smile and make nice for the time being, okay? Angels and Spirit, please show me what does Isaac... Yeah, there's lots of ups and downs at your work at the moment. Just ride it out, okay? And if you feel like you're not receiving the recognition and respect that you deserve, and there's not the opportunities for advancement that you're looking for, it is time to kind of maybe step outside of your comfort zone and look for something new. This card says your work has potential for both advancement and stagnation. See if there's hope, but allow yourself to move on if needed. And I feel like if you have the courage to do something totally different, you'll uncover new talents that will land you better work, okay? And you'll get more money as well. Yeah, this is, you're moving into a time of illumination. You're finding out about new jobs, opportunities, and options, and someone will lend you a helping hand. So I definitely feel like you're moving up the chain, okay? You're moving up the chain. Let me just quickly see if I can get timing around it. I'm going to use this timing deck because I don't know what I've done with the other one. Why does PayPal make me sign in a billion times? Spare with me. Okay. I feel around March, April of next year, better job, because I'm seeing the autumn months, and that means my autumn, your spring, okay? Within a year, you'll be in a leadership role. Angels and Spirit, please show me the timing. When will there be a positive development for Isaac? Yeah, they keep showing me within a year. So, and in February, you could learn about a better opportunity in Feb, and then by the autumn months, so your spring, you may kind of move sideways, but then it leads to something better within a year. Yeah. I feel like next year generally looks better for you in terms of work. Yeah, March. Didn't I say March? In my autumn, okay? Yeah, April. March, April, which is exactly what I said. They're saying don't wait around. So I feel like you need to start making moves, okay? But don't think that it's going to be an immediate fix. It's going to be a bit of a protracted process. And I'm just going to quickly get a card from this particular deck, and then we're going to move on to Alicia, who's been patiently waiting. Okay. Angels and Spirit, please show me Okay, so don't fight, don't fight against the current at the moment, okay? Accept things as they are while you look for something better, because they're saying your incessant focus on things needing to be fixed is putting you in a state of resistance. Take a break from trying so hard because you need some relief from the pressure that you're putting on everything to be different. Success is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Get all of your ducks in a row so that you can achieve the most beneficial outcome. All right, so I feel like that sums up the reading quite nicely. I think Alicia just wants a general message. So let's have a look. I'm going to use this deck, which I don't think I've ever used before. So we're about to christen this deck, guys. This is another deck that I've made myself. Let's see what it has for you. What's coming up for Alicia, please, Spirit? I feel like you need to put some money aside because there's going to be some increased spending in the not too distant future. I mean, it makes sense. We're moving into Christmas, right? So it's going to be presents that you're going to need to buy. They're just saying put some money aside. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Alicia need to see? I also feel like there's a really faint pain, tooth pain that I'm picking up on. I don't know if your teeth have been giving you trouble. That could be another unexpected expense. You might have to do something like some dental work. Let me know if that makes sense, Alicia. What's coming up for Alicia, please, Spirit? You've got important news and an important decision coming up for you. I also feel like March, April for you is important next year as well. So that came up for Isaac. Yeah, listen to your body and take extra care of your health. Your finances will improve, but they are saying for the immediate, I want you to put some money aside. All right, I'm going to use a different deck because I'm not sure about that one. It's still yet to be tested. All right, so let's see. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Alicia need to know? What is the guidance for Alicia? Whoa. Okay. They're saying you may be doing things that you don't like in order to get what you want. So for example, staying in a job that you hate in order to get money. There is no way to have a happy life if you spend so much time doing things that you don't want to do. They're saying that you have other options. So change your strategy and find an enjoyable means to get what you want. Yeah, and coping mechanisms has come out. So coping mechanisms allow us to survive distressing circumstances, but over time, the very coping mechanisms that benefited us are the very things that are hurting us. So choose to stop coping with the situation and make the necessary changes. So those two cards go hand in hand. There's something that you don't have to put up with anymore. It's not working for you, it probably hasn't been working for you for a long time. Why not change it and do something different? You've got a message that everything that's happening is part of how your prayers are being answered. So you might feel like there are things that aren't going in your favor at the moment. You might be feeling a little bit frustrated, but Spirit wants to reassure you that things are happening for you, not to you, okay? What does Alicia need to see? Is Silly Pants there? Because I want to reward Silly Pants. She's been so good to me today and offered to moderate the comments, and we got a lot of trolling. So if you're there, Silly Pants, please ask me your question. So Alicia, they're saying cut through the fog of self-pity. Go out, be more social and be more playful for a time, okay? Don't lose sight of your blessings. An evolved person looks at how the world is feeding their internalized story back to them. They understand it's not personal. An evolved person makes adjustments, does the self-healing work, and seeks opportunities to practice these new actions, and in doing so learns the lesson. Okay, so I feel like you're going through a bit of an ascension, and there's going to be some side effects to that growth period that may be uncomfortable. They're saying before you can effectively create change in your life, first you must believe that you're worthy of having and feel you have a right of having a better experience. Okay? Yeah, this is a really strong message for you. We are conditioned to feel helpless, but exiting the matrix is very simple. Recognize your own power. You create your own world. They're saying a positive twist of fate and a windfall of good fortune are destined for you, and brightness and hope will alleviate the negativity and give you the strength to find your way through a time of challenge. Good things are on their way to you. And in the meantime, you're being asked to define what you want. What is your heart's desire? Don't answer too quickly, because sometimes we wish for a horse when what we truly desire is movement. Don't waste the gift of a wish. Careful what you wish for, okay? So I hope that that was helpful. I'm just going to pull a card from this particular oracle deck. Alright, sorry, I'm just scrolling. Have I missed any paid readings? We've got a few super chats. Let me just make sure I haven't missed anyone. Oh, we've got All Things Alaska. Okay. I'll get to you in 1 second. All right, so Alicia. What is the guidance for Alicia? You've got rebirth. No matter what happens, you can find new wings. Rise from the past. Accept the positive change that is coming. Okay? And we are in rebirth season. It's Scorpio season, guys. So All Things Alaska. Getting divorced. Single with 2 kids. Now what? Okay. All right, I'm going to see what the singles and relationships oracle cards have for you. All right, angels and spirit, please show me, what does All Things Alaska need to see in relation to meeting new people? Whoa, okay, those cards were determined to come out. Okay, there's a balance that you need to strike between telling people what you want and not having too high expectations, okay? So it's very good to be vocal and, you know, speak your truth about what you're looking for, but at the same time, don't come across as too demanding, okay? Because you've got the expectations card. It's saying when you expect too much, no one will measure up. Ditch your list and instead want what's real. Another thing is, you have to come to terms with the fact that your circumstances have changed since you were last in the dating scene, okay? I know that you already know this. I know that you've got 2 kids now, but you could be thinking in your mind, I don't want someone that has kids because I don't want a blended family. This is just an example. But realistically, you can't expect of someone else what you can't offer as well. So you may need to reevaluate your the boxes that you would like ticked. Okay, so maybe you need to take a few must-haves off the list. They can't, like, you know, it's good to have ideal traits and qualities, but know where you're willing to compromise and where you're not, okay? Let's see. What are some other messages for All Things Alaska? I feel like, just as a warning, you're about to come across some people that are just after one thing, okay? So don't let people pull the wool over your eyes. Just be prepared for that, okay? And be prepared about, like, how are you going to deal with those people? Are you going to entertain it when you know that they just want one thing and you're after something a little bit more stable, a little bit more long term? Or are you going to write them off completely? Like, what's your game plan going to be? Because you have this card here, and I do feel like you're about to encounter people who are just after something purely physical. So you're gonna need boundaries so that you don't feel violated. But there is something here about you being a little bit too demanding. They're saying you set impossible standards for your partner to meet. Be less demanding, all right? Okay. I hope that was helpful. Have I missed anyone? Silly Pants, have you sent me a message yet? A question yet? You're probably too busy deleting comments. Okay. I'm just trying to catch up with all of these. Okay, how is my mother feeling about me? No contact. Oh, sad. Okay. Let's have a look. This is interesting. I do have a deck that's not, like, it's not within reach, but I've got like a ancestral healing deck that I think would be really helpful for you. Actually, I've got two. One of them is here. Look at that. So we'll be using this deck for you. So everyone, this is my thank you reading for Silly Pants because she has been so hard at work. I can't express how grateful I am for you offering to be my moderator today. So let's see, angels and spirit, please show me, what does Silly Pants need to see regarding her mum? I know how difficult it is when our relationship with our mum is strained. I've been there, done that, could write a book about it. All right, angels and spirit, please show me, what is the guidance for Silly Pants regarding her mum? Okay, I don't know if your mum was quite controlling, because we've got surrender your desire to control. So I feel like maybe she was, she overstepped the mark. She was a bit overbearing, right? Let me know if I'm tapping into that energy correctly. I'm just going to quickly scroll. Yeah, very controlling. All right. I feel like you hold some of the pain from that relationship in your body, okay? I feel like you need to do some energetic work on that. There's a book. Can you find me on Instagram or Facebook? It's the same name, Brittany Psychic Tarot, and send me a message because there's a book that I really want to recommend to you to work through some of these energetic blockages that I'm picking up in your body, okay? I feel like your mum instilled fear in you. Like, she always trained you to fear the worst in situations. So you struggle to kind of trust that the universe has your back, for one. You struggle to trust yourself because you're so programmed. Your mum has programmed you to fear the worst, and also it was a way to make her feel important. She wanted to make you feel like she was indispensable in your life, that she always knew best, okay? So I feel like you need to heal these things. You need to heal the fear that she's instilled in you. You need to heal that lack of trust that you have to yourself. Like, you need to trust that you know best. It's your life. You don't have anyone running it. Like, you know, it's a program. So maybe you need to work with Ho'oponopono as well. So that mantra, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And have your mum in your mind's eye while you repeat that, okay? I know it sounds silly. It's like we're working with mantras, but they're magic words, and it can undo a lot of trauma if you repeat that and believe in the process. So look up Ho'oponopono and practice it on the daily. You might want to find some creative pursuits as well as a way to release some of this pent-up energy that I'm feeling. Could be creating some illness for you, actually. So let me see what the ancestral healing cards have. I know you want to know if you'll hear from her. Let me see what your mum's next move is going to be towards you. Show me Silly Pants mum. What's her next move towards Silly Pants, please? I don't know if your mum had some addictions. I'm getting the Temperance card in the reverse. Four of Swords. They're saying meditation will provide answers. Angels and Spirit, please show me. I feel like your mum just can't apologize. I feel like it's not in her nature. Yeah, Page of Cups in the reverse. It's like your mum expects you to extend the olive branch, make the first move, send her a message. It's like she lacks accountability. It's like she's emotionally stunted. You got to think of it in a way that she's overbearing because it's her own protective mechanism. You know, it's a fault in her personality. It has nothing to do with you, but it means that it's impossible for her to apologize. It's impossible for her to look in the mirror and admit fault. So if you do want to communicate with your mum, it looks like you're going to be the one that has to make the move. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what the ancestral healing cards have for you. Okay. Angels and Spirit, please show me what is the message for Silly Pants to help her heal through this trauma around her mother, her relationship with her mother. Show me, what does Silly Pants need to see? Grow beyond shame. So your mum might have, like, you know, made you feel like you weren't good enough, made you feel ashamed, but I feel like it was her projecting her own shame onto you. As I said, it's got nothing to do with you. So I want to send you this message offline. If you can please message me. But it's saying deep down, the majority of people carry shame, which could be related to childhood and not feeling good enough. You could be harboring feelings of being unwanted by your parents. As a teenager, you could have been put in a scenario where you had to compete in something you weren't good at or interested in, or you may have been humiliated by your peers for not going along with a scheme that they were planning. And I feel like your mum could have humiliated you whenever you didn't comply with her wishes, okay? Says you could have been bullied at school or by a family member. You might have experienced mental, emotional, physical, or sexual abuse that now lives in your root and sacral chakras and inhibits your ability to live fully, creatively, and passionately. So I want to send you this full card meaning, and I also want to send you that book recommendation and a few other things that will help you. So please do find me on my socials. Because I feel like there's a lot that I could help you with here, okay? Oh, thank you, Magdalena. Thank you, Mark. Yeah. Look, guys, I think that part of my purpose is helping people through, you know, trauma in the family. I had a beautiful childhood, like, but no one escapes childhood unscathed. Like, we all have childhood trauma, no matter how well adjusted we are. We all have issues that we have to work through, and we all bring it into our romantic relationships. So because my purpose is to help people with, you know, their love lives and their relationships generally, I feel like I really can help people in that regard. And I'm still researching. It's going to be a lifelong kind of journey. So So do we still have Rupinder? Rupinder, card for my job, there are issues. Okay, I'm just going to quickly get a message for Rupinder. They're saying that your current job is a means to an end and they're wanting you to look for better work. Be discreet in your search. You need to be more aligned with your life purpose in order to be fully satisfied, okay? All right, so don't be afraid to look for something else. Hey, Morris. Okay. All right, I'm gonna just finish with a message for Memora, I think, because I'm starting to get tired. So let me see what we have for you. All right. Thank you for joining tonight, guys. I'll be back again. I don't know when, maybe even tomorrow. So if you missed out, I'll be back. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be uploading more readings for the star signs, okay? So tune into those. I'll also be doing readings for what to expect in 2026. I need to be more disciplined with my uploads for my channel, but I'm working on that, guys. I'm just a very busy person. I'm sure all of you are as well. Okay, so let's see. What do we have for Memora? Please show me, what does Memora need to see? Here we go. This is so interesting because as I was shuffling, I was receiving a message around you are on the brink of finding something that inspires you, that you get excited about, that you might want to pursue. So you're going through this period of rediscovering your heart's desire and your purpose. So pay attention to what you're feeling drawn towards at the moment, okay? And they're saying life is too short to just do something because it's easy or because other people tell you it's what you should be doing. Because they're saying, remember, you'll die one day. Stay focused on the miracle of life and don't waste time. Decide who and what is worth the short time that you're here, that you have in this life. So now is the time to find your passion and pursue it, because, you know, life is not a dress rehearsal. We have this one life. We shouldn't squander it, okay? So I do feel like you're on the brink of finding something really exciting and you should run with it, okay? And go for gold. I hope that was helpful. Thank you everyone for joining. I'm going to end it now. I'm Aussie, by the way, to the finest bloodline. So I'll be back again soon. All right, I'll see you then. Bye.